What is the biggest mistake that YouTube artists make?
Oh my gosh, the biggest obstacle.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question.
Oh wow, that's a open.
Oh man, can you cut out the silence?
I sat down with some of the best artists in the world and asked them the questions that not only gave me a ton of value, but in a way I really needed to hear their answers.
What's up guys, Manu here, joined by the one and only Proko, Marco Bucci, Sam Animator, 14K, Hozure, Tony Bancroft here, BearTheMighty, Nathan Fowkes, Sinix with Gadea.
Combined, they have over 8 million followers and work with the biggest companies in the world. Watch till the end so they can tell you how they did it.
We bring you tonight's exciting story.
What was the biggest obstacle to get to where you're at, and how did you overcome it?
Oh, that's a good question. What was the biggest obstacle for me? I'd like to say my twin brother. No. So I'll start again. I would say my own doubts and fears. I think like a lot of artists, I struggle with doubts and concerns and fears. Like, am I good enough? Or should I try for that? Should I talk to that person or make that connection? I struggle with those things too. Just take risks and like, what's wrong? And the worst that could happen is you could fall on your face and somebody could say no. So I've challenged myself to get no's as quickly as possible by asking for what I want and not being an obstacle to myself. So that's my solution.
The biggest hurdle is recognizing the patterns that nature makes with light and shadow. So like I got some originals, the difference in color between the light of the tree and the shadow of the tree, the light of the bricks, the shadow of the bricks, and being able to compose all that in a picture that makes sense with pleasing shapes. Painting from life is the way to organize all that, because you have to solve the riddle yourself when you're outside. You should reference photography, you should, but you should also feed in life paintings with it, life drawings, because that's what references through you, and there's only one of you.
Number one is consistency, probably. Anyone who thinks they're not good enough, probably you're not drawing enough, and I know I'm not drawing enough. So I'm just trying to get good about not requiring super ideal situations to draw, and then develop a style. I know I kind of have a style, like in terms of like the posing, the gesture, but like when I look at other really good artists, all their art is consistent from the line work to the rendering. But I think I'm not there. I'm not there yet.
If you have me, you're ready to do it.
Okay. I will try to get there though, but yeah, that'd be awesome if I could get a style that I'm happy with, and then get good at backgrounds.
What is the number one mistake that you see art YouTubers make?
Bad audio.
Oh my God, actually. Brett is very technical. He doesn't like audio. He doesn't like bad audio.
They just put a lot of bookends on things, and they're like, okay, I'm about to explain this to you. I'm about to do this, and they never get to it. You're 5 minutes in, and we haven't even gotten to the thing they're kind of teaching you.
Yeah, we have some rules. 2 minutes in, you have to start drawing.
What is your biggest obstacle, Max?
Well, I'm working on Harley Quinn right now, and there's people who've been drawing Batman since the 90s, and they're really good and they're really fast, so I'm just trying to learn from them and draw in a more realistic style. I'm doing a lot of master studies, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. So, but they're master studies of fun stuff like Batman.
I just like staying up way too late, and it causes me to oversleep, and so I'm just trying to wake up on time every day, and I got some melatonin that really helps.
Oh my gosh, the biggest obstacle. In animation, any kind of art, our images are filled with so much crazy stuff, and we have to find a way to make all of this stuff feel like it belongs together, and that is very difficult. I'm primarily known for color and light design, but actually composition. To me, composition is how to take all of the crazy stuff in our pictures and make it feel like it belongs. So for me, it was just day after day after day, sketch after sketch after sketch to figure out how to do it. That was the biggest problem.
The biggest obstacle that I still face today is like my own self-doubt, you know? And I'm sure a lot of artists deal with this, that like little voice in the back of your head that's like, oh, you're not good enough to be here. Everyone's going to see through you someday. But meeting lots of cool artists and knowing that I'm not alone, even my team members, some of them feel that way too. And knowing that they're all there to support me definitely helps. And being able to feel comfortable to reach out to them also helps. So just building the community, definitely a great help with that. And I don't know, keep on trying.
Probably the biggest obstacle is like the grind.
Like the art grind is like just doing that for like years and years without any guarantee that anything will come out of it, you know? Like you just kind of got to keep doing it. And the more work you put into it, the higher chance you'll get noticed by people. Like people will notice your effort.
What is the best advice you've gotten working at Riot?
If you have something to say, like say it through your hard work. People can tell when you just want a job versus like when you're like really passionate about something. So yeah, do what makes you excited.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah. It's just so fun to talk about art.
Oh, wow. That's open. I would say believing that I could do it. You know, like we come from the same country and we just see people like, oh, I would love to be working that, you know, that, but practicing enough and believing that, you know what, I actually could be there and the hard work deserves to be there because it's so easy to downsize your art, but believing that your time, the time that you spend growing and improving deserves like a shot. Myself, I was the
number one mistake YouTube artists make in their videos is they don't personalize their lesson. The lesson you're teaching, you got to tell them in a way that is unique to you. The fundamentals are universal. Everyone teaches the same fundamentals because we have to. They're all the same. But if you teach it the same way 5 other people are teaching it, that's a mistake because no one's going to remember you. You got to plan the lesson in a way that only you could think about. And that's hard.
I think the most important thing about being an art YouTuber and just, well, technically a YouTuber or just a person that puts stuff out there, it's really more about the vulnerability of things rather than trying to just present like some, you know, like everything's always easy and great, you know, which is the impression people get from YouTube videos. There's such a value in trying to show, like, even just an hint of like, yeah, I struggled with this part. This part was more difficult. I doubted myself in this part. I wasn't, you know, it's the vulnerability that people will relate to and connect with. Vulnerability is key for everything.
Good. That's good advice. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
What is the biggest mistake that YouTube artists make? Listening to everyone else, because we forget who we are. I feel like the world is really good at painting what success looks like, but you have to define what success is for yourself. I think it's about not thinking about providing value to the viewers, but instead trying to just like do what they think is fun for themselves. You need to balance both. Like you need to think about your audience, make sure that they're gonna enjoy watching your video, and then you're gonna enjoy making it as well. But make sure that the pacing is good, it's entertaining the whole time, and that you're providing value as if it's either pure entertainment or you're providing some kind of educational stuff in there, thinking about the viewer and not just about your video that's like your own personal project. I think my biggest obstacle right now is just listening to myself. I think we're so used to hustle culture, you know, of like grinding and working 24/7, but that's not really how humans live. We need time to be ourselves and to rejuvenate, and I'm trying to do more of that. Yeah, take care of my body. What do you feel is your biggest obstacle right now?
Making it here on a 16-hour hard drive without dying. Motivation. Finding time to do art outside my day job.
And what are you doing to overcome it?
Finding people that inspire me. People who are in the same situation and manage to make it work.
What are you most grateful for?
Most grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for all the YouTubers online like him. Any artist online that's like giving out free content to like show everybody like how to improve on your work, and it's for free, right? And so I'm very grateful for them. Everything I've learned so far was from them. Yeah.
I am so grateful for all the people that I work with. Every one of them is like super amazing and super supportive. I'm not trying to get emotional, but like I just, everybody wants to support everybody else on the team, especially when you have that little voice that tells you you can't do it. Everyone is there to reassure me that, you know, I'm here for a reason. So I don't know. That's definitely the thing I'm most grateful for.
Honestly, what I'm most grateful for right now has nothing to do with art. I'm just grateful for my kid and my wife, my family. First and foremost, I'm grateful that I get to be talking with you and meet you.
If I may answer this question myself, what I'm most grateful for is you guys. When I started this channel back in March, never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined we'd be entering November with 30,000 subscribers. This is only the beginning, but I really wanted to take a moment to thank you all for your support, for trusting me, and for being here. Also, it was truly eye-opening to see all these amazing artists are going through the same things as us. Thank you for allowing me to interview you. If you want access to the extended 30-minute edit of this video, consider checking out my Patreon and its perks. And finally, thanks to the whole Lightbox Expo staff for giving us a place to geek out about the things we love and keep raising the bar of our awesome industry. See you next year!
Bye, guys.
I have a funny story about interviewing Russ Strand. The camera has a software that if I move my head, it tracks me. Accidentally turned it on. The camera started tracking me, and he, being a professional, tried to fix it by just getting close to me. But the camera just kept turning the way. I just can't talk. But yeah, you'll check it out. I hope, Russ, if you ever see this, I hope you can forgive me. I know I'm gonna cringe at this video when I see my face later, but I don't worry.